So I'm John Blackburn. I am the general manager of the studio that makes Infinity.
So let's talk about your goals heading into this sequel.
So right off the bat, we've got to incorporate Marvel into this, so we were so excited as a studio to be able to work on this. So the goal was bring those characters in, make it the experience that you want to have with these Marvel characters. Make it, top of breed for a kids and family entertainment space on this. And then secondarily, there's a ton of stuff that we wanted to do with the toy box mode to really make that a step above and beyond. Make it easier to create, make it more fun, and put structured gameplay into that as well.
Talk a little bit about that Toy Box 2.0.
Okay, so in Toy Box 2.0, we went through and did a whole usability we looked at what the game was, heard a lot of feedback from the community right off the bat, like an undo button and snap to grid and all sorts of just easy to filter your toys more easily. But then also we made it so that we trained you how to use all this stuff. So we've got a pretty exhaustive tutorial system now. There's so much you can do in the toy box. We really wanted to allow people to really understand the depth of that more. So we did all that. We also made auto creators, so it's easier to build these things, so you can procedurally generate castles, terrain, tree houses, all that kind of stuff. But you can also build better games this year and then share that content, the user-generated content, way more easily, find the types of levels that you want to play. So it's a big step up in every way.
Talk a little about these newly designed superheroes.
So, the newly designed, it's all in the Infinity style. So we got to work with all the key creative people at Marvel, worked with Joe Quesada on really trying to bring these iconic characters into that Disney Infinity style so that when you have all those collectibles lined up on your shelf, they all look like they go with each other.
When it comes to these characters, talk a little about what they've opened up gameplay-wise.
So right off the bat, the better combat. We've got a skill tree system that we allow this time around so that as you upgrade your character, you can really concentrate on personalizing it and making it have the different types of abilities that you want to have for your character. But then also combat systems deeper this time around. It's we've added a little bit of the difficulty level to this just to make sure that a lot of core gamers who kind of came back and said, I really like what you've done, but it might not be difficult enough for me. So we've done a little bit more there. Now we've still got a kids and family audience, so we want to put that through a lens that's okay for kids too. But with that, so combat's great. Also locomotion. With Spider-Man web swinging through the city. You've also got wall crawling, so with Hulk and Spider-Man going up the walls. But we've also got flight, and so Iron Man flying through these things. It feels really great.
What does next gen open up for those versions of the game?
So really, next gen graphics are better all the way around. Frame rates are really good, across the board. But in Toy Box, really allows you to build much bigger, much more expressive, a lot more interactive objects in there.
Can you talk a little about beyond the actual designing of the characters, how you worked with Marvel on the development of the story?
So when we got into this, we started off asking Marvel, it's like, hey, we're fans, but we might not be experts on, the story of this. So who should we work with? How do we do this? And so we've got a lot of people on our team. Our story team's great. They started out, they wrote all the stories, but we worked with Brian Michael Bendis on this. He came in as a consultant to try to make sure that everything that we did is very true to, kind of Marvel properties and make sure that we have that credibility, that it feels right to anybody who's a true Marvel fan.